this is Mrs. Steinberg. I just wanted to show you about how the blood flows through the heart. So here's my diagram of the heart, okay? One thing, or let's label the heart first. So here we have, this is the left side, and I'll explain that in a second here, but the atriums are at the top, so we have the left atrium, and this would be the right atrium. And then the chambers on the bottom, because there are 4 chambers in the heart, we have the left ventricle. And the 4th chamber is the right ventricle. Okay, so one thing you'll notice is that actually on the paper, this looks like the left side and this looks like the right side, but this is the left and this is the right. And the reason for that is because the heart sits in our body. So if you look at the textbook, okay, the heart sits in our body like this. So we're looking at it from front, so it sits in our body like this. So then when we put it on the paper, the left and right looks like it's switched. So that's why it's a little bit counterintuitive. Okay, so there's 4 chambers of the heart. The way the blood flows is it enters, comes from the body's cells, and it is not oxygenated, meaning it does not carry oxygen when it comes in, okay? So when it comes into the heart, it is blue to represent having no oxygen, all right? So we're gonna enter the heart here, and it enters the right atrium from our inferior and superior vena cava. Okay, you guys don't need to know that, but it enters the heart, goes into the right atrium, and from there it gets pumped to the right ventricle. Okay, so deoxygenated blood comes into the right atrium, goes into the right ventricle. From here, it gets pumped out to the lungs. Okay, so in the lungs, this is where it's going to pick up oxygen. Now that it has oxygen, we represent that with red because it is now oxygenated, and it picks up oxygen that you breathe into your lungs. That oxygen then enters your blood system and is carried back into the heart. So we re-enter the left atrium. Okay. From there we go into the left ventricle, and we get pumped out the aorta, okay, or out to the rest of the body. This blood is coming in. We get pumped out to the rest of the body and all the cells in the body in order to deliver oxygen to them. And then the process starts again, okay? So again, our blood comes into the heart. It does not have oxygen. It enters these 2 tubes here, comes into the right atrium, goes into the right ventricle. Then it gets pumped out to the lungs, okay? From the lungs, it gets pumped, now that it has oxygen, back into the heart to be delivered to the rest of your body, so left atrium, left ventricle, and then all of that gets pumped to the rest of your body. The left side of the heart is thicker than the right side of the heart. The reason for that is because the right side is just pumping to the lungs, which your heart and lungs are not too far apart, but the left side of the heart is pumping to the entire rest of your body, all the way getting to your toes, your fingertips, and so it needs to be a really strong, thick muscle, because your heart is a muscle, in order to, if you think about bigger muscles are stronger, so that side is bigger and thicker because it has to be able to pump to your entire body. So this is the heart, and I hope it was helpful. Have a great day.